Welcome to Shut Up and Bet with Your Highness, the podcast that gives fewer fucks than your bookie gives refunds. Your Highness is the king of the Kush, the baron of blunts, the Caesar of sativa, but really, he's just always higher than Camelback Mountain, hotter than a Scottsdale divorcee, and the sharpest prick I've met since I ran into a saguaro cactus. This ain't for the soft, you pussy. Your Highness's dog doesn't just cover, he bites. Now shut up, log into your account, and let's run this shit up.
Episode starts now.
Welcome back, motherfuckers, and it is time. It is time for UFC with Marc G. I kind of like it. It kind of rhymes a little bit. A little UFC with Marc G. That's Marc Gutierrez down there in the southern region of Arizona. So close he can smell the border. Anyways, guys, this show is going to be mostly focused straight on UFC. And then I did sprinkle a little entertainment, a little funtainment for you folks. I ran into this thing called Power Slap last night. And if you haven't seen, and you might have seen a few clips here and there, but I actually sat down and watched match after match after match. And this is actually something I might get into. And then they started showing me betting lines. And I'm like, oh my God, this is a degenerates fucking paradise. And the cool part is, and I believe, and somebody can correct me here if I'm wrong, but I believe Dana White is running this, or at least the UFC is running this, because all their Jason Hargods and their fucking Chris Tyones and all the other officials that you recognize are also officiating. So I thought this would be fun. We got Mark in here. We're going to go over the UFC betting cards and all that for you. But we're also going to do something fun. Bring on some footage, video, whatever, something in between those who I was trying to combine of the Power Slap. And then we're going to comment, me and Mark are going to comment over like we're the commentators and see how fun that could be. Ted is with us again. TC, say hi to the folks. Yes, he's waving hi. Just, he's doing it. You can't see him. I can. We are going to get you a speaking role eventually here, TC. Eventually. He says no. All right. So without further ado, let me introduce and bring on Marc Gutierrez. He is our UFC expert in our community. He's been following the UFC since they were wearing like karate and fucking, oh man, what was the brother? This is how good he is. He's going to know who I'm talking about, and I'm not going to give him a name. In the early days of UFC, Mark, there was this guy, really good. He used to always wear like the karate outfit, but he would cheat because he would hold on to his sleeve while he was doing a move. Real famous, and there's a family of them.
Hoist Gracie.
Say it again.
Hoist Gracie.
Yes, the Gracies. Yeah, wasn't there a couple of them?
Well, yeah. I mean, his grandfather and father started the whole Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, and so they were brought in to show what the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu could do.
Now, folks, that's why we got Mark here. Look, there wasn't a second of thought. He knew exactly what I was talking about. That was a terrible explanation of what I was trying to do. Mark, have you paid attention to any of this Power Slap stuff yet?
I watched a couple of the highlights. You see this. You definitely see when the people get knocked out and get slept. It's a fun thing to watch, man.
Have you sat down and actually watched a full match with like the scoring and the judging and all that stuff?
I think I watched once or twice, and I just time wise, it's just too much for me.
Here, this is what we're gonna do. I've told the teddy bear, the big T, the big C. I told him to prep, just pull from, not even recent, just pull from a couple years ago, wherever, something we know we've never seen before. He's gonna throw up a couple matches, and I want us to commentate like we're fucking Joe Rogan and Bisbee or something like that, fucking sitting, octagon side. And let's just have fun with it. If it sucks, it's a one-time thing. If it's fun, maybe it takes off. Who knows? Before we do that, Ted, can you pull up the rules? Because I wasn't even, fully understanding all those rules. Let's put on the rules for this slap box thing, or what do we call Power Slap, so the people at home know what the fuck they're watching. Also, refresh me a little bit so I know what the fuck I'm talking about. All right, look at this. Can they see the fucking bam? Woo! Yeah, it gets me excited, man. All right, so rule number one, it's 1v1. That's right. 1-on-1. Striker and defender, pretty easy. They toss the coin to see who goes first. There's a clock. So let's talk about the clock for a second. So there's a 60-second time to recover. So basically, after you get pop, banged, like that guy right there, you can fall down, and then you got usually like a 10 count that maybe some of you are familiar with in boxing or something like that. You can get up, and then once they say, okay, you've recovered, you can still continue. They give you 60 seconds to kind of shake the cobwebs out. Sounds like a concussion and a half, if you ask me. They have a men's and a women's, and yes, we're talking real men and real women. We haven't tried the tranny division, but that could be for a good show, too. I don't know, Mark. Does Mark
That'd be
not know?
something.
Do you know this show is about to offend people?
Fuck it.
Well, good. We are. Hey, look. I'm not against the trannies. My motto is get in where you fit in. And some of these guys, that's all they could fit in. Keep it in the A. You'll be all right. All right. So weight classes is almost identical to mixed martial arts, UFC. Very similar. Like one of the weight classes I think I saw was like a 161 to 175. I know like the super heavyweights are like 266 and up. Those guys are pushing 3 bills. So how it's scored is scored kind of like UFC. They just make shit up as they go, Mark, right? We don't know what Sal D'Amato's doing. He just puts numbers on a scorecard and submits them. Same thing here. So we're really looking for knockouts, knockouts, and then scoring will come in here in a second with some of the illegal hits and stuff. So 3 to 5 rounds. All the ones I was watching were all 5-rounders, so I didn't see any 3-rounders, so I don't know what dictates that. Probably more prominent matches. Scoring. So damage, effectiveness, and you'll see. Do you wobble the guy? Do you knock him down? That gets better scores. And they review everything. They review in slow-mo, just like you're seeing here on your screen, on where, because you got to hit the guy in the right place or girl in the right place for it to count. And so they have things called clubbing, which is a very broad term. But basically, if you can they see me on the screen, TC, at all? Maybe a little bit. I'm going to use my hand if you can. You got to hit. I'm going to use a Tommy Boy reference. Let me take these off. Richard, it doesn't hurt so much here or here, but right in here, okay? So you got to keep it basically in this fucking region of the face. If you get here down on the throat or you get too up on the forehead, or the worst is if you get back here, or if it comes in like a karate chop, those are all illegal. Okay? Now, the other things you can't do is you can't take like a crow hop, or your feet can't get off the ground like a jump and hit them. And then also you'll see in the video, they have a little box area that they have to stand in, and so they can't step out of that box. So you can't take like a big wind up and step out. You got to stay in that box area. Also, this is the one you'll see a bunch. You see it you can't flinch. They're going to hold this little bar behind their back, and you'll see guys that stand behind them to catch them in case they fall. And, because natural reaction, you want to put your hands up, right? For all the women listening right now, when your husband comes home angry from work, it's a natural reaction, sweetheart. Oh, that was bad. That one might get some people. Oh, TC is over there. I just turned him red. That was good. Press the envelope, folks. Let's do it. So anyways, yes, your natural reaction as a human being is to do this. So what you see guys, though, is they'll throw a shoulder up or they'll move their head back. Those are all legal. You got to sit there and take it like a man or woman, right? Both sexes. And that's about it. I probably gave this way too much of a wind up for the fucking rules. Mark, are you excited though?
Oh, I'm excited, man.
Okay, so
I'm
this
excited
is
for
it.
this.
TC, we have no idea what the fights are going to be. He's picked these off the YouTubes, off the Power Slap YouTube channel. Hopefully we don't get banned for like stealing this. We're not stealing. We're helping promote the sport. If Dana White comes across this video by chance, hopefully, man, that'd be cool. We're trying to promote the sport. We're trying to get it out there, make it more popular. You let me know when you're ready. And again, Mark, we're just going to riff here. You're going to be I'll be the colored guy. You be the analytical guy. You be the anal, I'll be the color. Okay, here we go.
All right, well, if you definitely can't tell, this is definitely the super heavyweight guys. These are some big.
Well, yeah. Bottom of the screen, 266 and up. These guys are pounding cheeseburgers for their plan. You know what I'm saying? Now, Mark, some of these guys will be UFC guys. So if you recognize a name, some of these guys and some of the girls too. Oh my God, Oh. So here's what you don't know.
Oh,
Yeah. That was nothing. That was nothing. You should see some of these. So what you have to do when you walk up to the thing is you got it, and we're not going to be able to hear the audio, so I might have to do this is you got to tell the official on what attempt you're going to hit and with what hand. So he told him, I'm going to hit him with my right hand, and I'm going to do whatever, 2 windups. Now, if you could have heard the audio live, the official will count 1, 2, and then bam. So, okay, he's in recovery time right now. So, right, he got hit, boom, boom, boom. They give him 60 seconds to get his shit together. Then you come back and hit this motherfucker. Now,
what do you think? You think personally, I wouldn't want to know when the guy was going to hit me. I don't want to hear 2 and then smack.
Yeah. Oh no, everything's prepped because these guys will grit down. But see, he's holding that thing behind his hand. Now watch this. I don't know because we didn't hear, but that's 1. A lot of guys go on 3 or 2. Bam.
Jesus.
Those aren't even good hits. I'm telling you, some of these shots I saw last night, I mean, it's like you hit him, put him in a 5th dimension. All right, so
I don't know where that guy. He looks like New Zealand
Popeye.
or something.
Yeah,
Those
he was giving him the Popeye there. Their little Popeye the Sailor Man. Watch the sweat come flying off this guy. Boom. See, that might be a legal hit there. See how he come in a little bit low and a little bit.
Looked a little bit like karate chop.
Let's see. This might be a foul. That's a little bit low. So we were talking about the clubbing earlier.
Is that it say a foul recovery up there? So it was a foul?
I got Ted's box. Ted, your box is always in my way, buddy. I got him at that part of the screen, so I didn't see it. So yeah, so foul recovery. So okay, this is what happens on a foul. They ruled that clubbing. So he gets to basically hit the motherfucker again. So you got to take I'm sorry. No. When you're clubbing, that's the foul. You get a point deduction, and then you switch. If you commit a flinch where you're the one getting hit, then you got to take the hit again. He gets to re-hit you. So we're in recovery. Oh, that's a clean fucker right there. That was clean.
Yeah, that's clean. Wobbled him a little bit, couple steps back. He's going to get a good score on that one.
Yeah, we're in round 2. So I think this is, and Ted, these are long clips and long matches. So Ted's trying to fast forward through some of this for us here, but we're in the second
What do you think
round.
the coaching technique? What do you think the coaching technique he's giving them there?
So a lot from just watching this last night, no. So a lot of this is just a lot of shit. That wasn't shit. You got that. You ate that. You're the shit. You're the shit. That's what a lot of the coaches are doing. Most of them I've seen, but really the ones are like, hey, keep your head right here. See, let's see if this guy flinches here, Mark. Now, do you like the technique? And that's the thing, coming more across like a bitch slap, or coming down like you're untying your shoes and hitting with like an uppercut slap? You know what I'm talking about? Now we got another clubbing. Yeah. We got another clubbing. See, this is also when you get a guy a little webby, a little wobbling. Then he doesn't always hit the guy coming back in the right spot.
He missed his whole cheek. He hit him in the neck.
Man, yeah. You got to keep it above the jawline. Now you can have like a pinky or two, but I mean, you done took out his artery there.
No, that's hard. That's hard to hit. That's hard to hit a guy in the neck who has no neck.
Yeah. So that's a lot of illegal hits here. All right, I don't want to spend too much on this one fight. You got another one teed up for us, Ted? This is kind of an introduction for the folks. Go to the YouTube channel. They got a bunch of videos. It's a lot of fun. Mark, are you excited for this UFC 317? We got Charles Oliveira. Why he's getting this teed up? Oh, he's already got it.
I'm gonna go ahead and say, seeing you without your shirt on, these girls probably got about a good 15 to 20 pounds on you.
My shirt's normally off. I put a shirt on because we were in mixed company today. See none of my videos. I always got my shirt on. Man, titties. Anyways.
They got a good 10, 15 pounds on you. That's a stacked girl on the right.
You know what? Christ. I could bulk up and get into this division. I think it's 156 to 170. Mark, I think last time I weighed myself, I was 153. I wouldn't even be eligible for this division. I bet you I couldn't take a slap from these bitches either.
Oh, I was expecting a lot more from her.
my end is glitching, so I'm missing some of this. It's kind of lagging a little bit. So, Mark, I'm gonna let you kind of take over here on talking.
Right there, it looked like it was a clean hit, but it definitely wasn't as strong as a strike as I thought she was going to produce.
Oh, okay. I just saw the hit on the slow mo replay. That does look like a club. No, wasn't that a little bit behind the ear?
A little bit. I'm gonna say this that I guess her name is Fryer.
Yeah.
She's definitely been slapped before because she did not flinch one bit. She's definitely taken a beating before.
See how Jason Herzog was coaching her on where the strike zone was? That was a deep. See, he's deducting 1 point, caught him behind the ear. You can't be doing that. I'll tell you, I catch her from behind though. Whew. Man,
Jeez.
the turd cutter on her. Holy shit. And I don't mind the pink in the hair. That means she likes some freaky shit in bed. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to sexualize these women, but my heart still beats.
To me, it looks like she's already lined up bad. It looks like she's gonna come under the chin. She needs to raise her target zone up a little bit.
Yeah, I think because the sport's still new, there's a lot of technique flaws that
Oh,
can be worked on. See, I haven't seen it. I missed the knockout, but she knocked her out there. See, she looks. See, I missed it. Like I'm lagging, so all I see is her on the ground getting up there. Okay, so all right, here we go. I'll watch the replay here. I missed it again. It's lagging too. Mark, you take over.
I mean, it's a good solid strike. She should get some points with that. She got her to. It looked like she got her to wobble a little bit to her right, so she should get a good score on that slap. Definitely scored better than her opponent did. I would say. I would
Let's
definitely
watch
say.
one more slap with these ladies, and then do you have one more for us, Big Teddy Bear?
Yeah, just like I thought, 10-8. That's about right. Yeah, that's how it
No,
should have
so
been.
I
Definitely
will
scored.
let me preface. These scorecards aren't official. These are Bizbean's, his own personal. They're actually you can throw them in the trash because they're not usually even that close. They done tricked me when I was like, oh, this is so great. Joe and Dana finally got together and talked to the powers that be and said, hey, we need to be more transparent with the UFC scoring. You're losing fans. People are now not betting the UFC because they feel like it's not a fair game. We know it is. The scoring, maybe not. So I finally thought maybe with this, because it's so new, that they're going to do it the right way. But no, it's just Biz being throwing up his ideas, which is
I think
about
she
as
got her more. I think she got her more with the fingertips here, so she really didn't wobble her. She really didn't move her. She took that. She took that slap pretty good there. Ooh,
right across
got
the
her on the
nose.
nose.
Yeah.
Oof.
Fucking deviated septum right there. Boom, bitch.
Look at the bruising. Jesus.
Oh, and sometimes they break skin, like bust a lip.
Yeah, you can
Sometimes
see the welts right there.
yeah. And
Is that Bob Sapp?
the
That's
big,
Bob Sapp. He looks out of shape. Shit.
you talking about the big black man right there?
Yeah, Bob Sapp was an old Pride fighter and K1 fighter, and he was also in that movie,
No, he
Longest
does
Yard with
this.
Adam
He
Sandler.
does this. I didn't know his name because he goes by the something Hawaiian or something.
Oh, then
But he
that's not Bob Sapp then. No.
okay, because that guy right there, he is a slap boxer guy, and he if you could pull up a video. Actually, Ted, I know I didn't
Oh,
want to. Sorry, I'm talking over this. I know I didn't want to tell you what to put on here, and this is gonna be random, but there is it's something about the fight in Hawaiian or something like that, and Blumpkin or a dumpling or something like that
I think
is
that's gonna be another illegal hit.
too heavy. Oh, that's yeah. Look at that. That's so deep in the neck. You got look. I'm telling you, maybe you should get some drunk fucking dudes from the '70s. I mean, they would be good at slapping bitches.
Yeah,
Yeah, clubbing. You caught, because
yeah,
and you know this
definitely.
from the UFC. Depending on where you strike somebody, can make a big difference on whether you can knock somebody out. I mean, how many times do we see
Absolutely.
the kick or the shot behind the ear be a done shot? Where if you catch them on a cheek, no big deal.
Right.
All right. You got one more fight for us, Teddy, and then we're going to get into the real fighting. All right. I'm telling you, if you're watching this at home, listening at home, however you're absorbing this content, do yourself a favor. Little late night, you can't sleep. You're laying in bed. You're deciding between fucking jerking it off one more time or doing something else. Just put on a little. Oh yes. Oh yeah, the crazy Hawaiian and the blumpkin, or sorry, dumpling. My bad. Have you ever had a blumpkin before, Mark?
No, man, I can't say I have.
Do you know what a blumpkin is?
I'm thinking a big girl.
No.
No. Oh,
No.
all right.
TC, look at TC. TC knows what a blumpkin is. He's over there turning red in his shit in the face. Look, I'm not going to say, just an off chance that maybe a child is within earshot. I'm not going to tell you what a blumpkin is. Go Google it. Go ask Chat GPT what a blumpkin is. All right, now this is legit, and I've seen this one before, so I'm gonna act like I haven't. But when Dumpling here smacks the shit out of this Hawaiian, you're gonna see so much fucking sweat flying into the air. You thought it was raining in the fucking Amazon. But yeah, these guys are big boys here.
Oh, wobbled. Definitely wobbled.
Oh yeah, but no, he's a champ. This is for the super heavyweight champion belt. These are the best of the best heavyweights.
He's definitely staggered though. He's dazed there.
Yeah. Damn it, Ted, you gotta pay for the thing. We're over here watching YouTube ads. I'm joking, I'm giving him a hard time. Let's use that as a perfect way to segue into UFC. Okay. I think that people got enough of the power. They got the idea. We got the juices flowing. All right. If you've never seen one of our original ways we used to do UFC, me and Mark have been doing UFC, kind of fucking around with it for a couple years, doing some podcasts here and there. And we had another short in stature Hispanic gentleman. Is he going to get mad if he hears that? Anyways, Carlos. Come on. Mark's the only Hispanic guy I know that's over 6 foot. They're hard to find. It's a rarity. They talk about men like these dating sites. I'm gonna go off on a tangent real quick. That like 6'2" and higher is only like such a small percentage of the population. But I'm telling you, if you go into the Latino population, Hispanic population, men 6'2" and taller that are Hispanic, the percentage gets even lower. That's just the facts, folks. Mark's a fucking giant. I'm telling you. Mark, how tall are you?
6'2".
He's 6'2". He's a fucking giant. He's a giant. Okay. And he's big bull. He's a big man. If I ever make it really, really rich, I'm hiring him to be my personal, guy that just walks around so people don't fuck with me. That's
Absolutely.
That's who I'm doing. All right. So this is how we do the show. I do zero prep. Why? Because it makes it more fun. I'm gonna come at this from the gambler's perspective. I'm looking for the right value and odds. Mark is super astute when it comes to the insights and the complexities of the boxing game, the fight game. So he's going to come from a more technical. And again, Mark, how long have you been in the casino business?
17 years.
17 years. So he knows gambling. Okay, I'm not trying to put that or dismiss that, but you'll see when he talks, he comes from a very technical side. I'm going to come from the let's find the best betting angle side. Okay, so what we're going to do, and this is more for TC, so you can follow along because he's going to pull up the screens for us. We're going to start going quickly through the prelims, but we will stop and go through each and every fight for the main card. Cool? Capiche, comprende? Everybody ready to rock and roll?
Yep.
Mark,
good to go.
Where are we starting? What fight first?
There's two early prelims. Hanata Denise is fine. Short notice fighter Alvin Hines, and then you got Jacoby Smith going against Nico Price. Mm-hmm. Jacoby Smith is like minus 2,500. Hanita's is like minus 350. But what I like is both fighters to win by knockout and parlay them. Jacoby should win. I mean, he should have Nico out of there in the first round, but that is a tricky, not safe bet. But they both should win by knockout. They both should be able to dominate this fight. Last week there was a lot of decisions, so Dana White's going to be in there telling these fights. He probably is going to up the bonuses so he can get some action in this pay-per-view. I already placed a bet with those two to win by knockout, and I think it was plus 136 on DraftKings was the best odds I got. And so that's a quick
Let's
little
do this.
early prelim.
Ted, pull up for me the UFC. You had it up there for a second. Pull up the UFC website there you had on the screen. Can you put up it on the screen for us? I saw it up there for a second. You had it. All right, there we go. So just to refresh, and because I'm more visual, and I think the people at home too are, go to the bottom, Ted, all the way, or even hit the early prelim tab, either one. Keep on going. Okay, right there. All right. So again, say this again, and we're gonna which the first fight you like Hines? You said.
Oh no, the first fight, um, those it's going to be a good fight to watch, entertaining. But both of them are coming in on short notice. Both newcomers, both making their debuts. I would avoid that fight, and you're
Okay.
not going to get much odds on that fight anyways.
All right. So the second one, you like the guy on the left there.
Hanata Denise to win by knockout.
Yep. And then you like Price. No, you like Smith.
Jacoby Smith to win by knockout.
Okay. So that's why I want to do it. So let's do this, Ted, on the first one, the Brazilian guy there. See the little thing you can expand? Nope. Yep. That fight. Expand. Hit that. There you go. Now scroll me down. Yep. Perfect. Alrighty. This is the first thing I always look at, and we're already there. And I'll actually give credit to Carlos because he brought this to our attention back when we did those shows, which is 6 inches matters, ladies. Actually, I think he said 5.5, but he's compensating. 6 inches matters, ladies, and we're not talking about the card that you guys keep taking out of our wallets. We're talking about the 6 inches in reach, okay? There is this stat out there, and I want to say it's somewhere around like 74 to 76, somewhere in that percentage range, of fighters who have a 6-inch reach or more win that fight. And it's been really good to us. So looking here, I think that is 5.5 inches is what that's saying is the reach difference. Ladies, you don't know the difference between 5.5 and 6. Trust me, I guarantee. Do this. Tell me what is 5.5 and 6. You don't know the difference. It ain't gonna make a difference either here, Mike. I like it by KO, TKO, any type of ending it with physical force. Matching that with the next fight. So take me up to the next one, TC. And I'm going to play along here. I got it up here on my tablet here too. Is Smith. Jacoby Smith. Now he's losing the reach advantage here. What do you like about Smith over Price, Mark?
Jacoby Smith is a stud. He has great wrestling. And so this is going to be more of a take him down to the ground and then ground and pound him. And I think,
well, then we need to do this.
I think out of his 10 wins, 9 of them are by KO.
Ted, I need you to hit the button that says grappling there. Thank you. Accuracy, 87%. Defense, 52% of the defense. He doesn't really need to defend. People don't shoot on Jacoby. Takedown averages, he's taken 11.5 takedown. He does nothing. So, I mean, just looking at it from my perspective, Mark, not knowing nearly as much as you, is I'm thinking Price here is trying to stand up this whole fight. Smith's trying to get this to the ground. Is that a fair assessment?
You click, and if you click win by, you'll see how
we'll get
Jacoby...
there in a second. Go to significant. You asshole. Significant strikes first. Just remember, who's the host, TC? Who's the host? No, I'm joking. I don't care. All right. Landed per second, significant strikes. Boom. So, absorb. He's got good defense. I love this. And you want him by a knockout too?
Yeah.
All right, go win by. Win by, Teddy. Yeah. Yeah. So, go pull me up DraftKings, Tedward.
I want to say Jacoby's like minus 360 to win by knockout.
We're going to put this in the slip so people can see this at home exactly. Because some people with the UFC, Mark, I've noticed this within our community. By the way, if you're in the community, Mark, you can talk to Mark. Mark's in there. He'll answer your questions. You know, you haven't posted anything official yet for today yet. This is not. He'll post stuff Saturday morning officially. I forgot what day it is. It's only Thursday when we're recording this. So, okay. All right. So this is what I need you to do there, TC, is that first fight, that Hines fight. I need you to click on it so you go into more options. All right. And then you're going to go to winning method, I believe is the place to go. I got to move your screen out of the way because you're blocking my view of this. So hold on. There we go. You can block my face. All right. So we want buy key, KO, TKO, DQ, minus 160. Press that button. Now I want you to back up out of there. Back to the fight line screen. Scroll down to the price fight. Click on that like you just did the other one. Okay. Again, winning method. Yeah, and there's more than one way to skin a cat here. Down to Smith. Yep, win by KO, TKO, minus 330. Click together. And this is going, we're just going by DraftKings odds. Obviously, I will preach this till I'm blue in the fucking face. Shop the fucking lines. Go to FanDuel. Go to Hard Rock. Go to Caesars. Go to ESPN. Go to Fanatics. Go to Pinnacle. Go to whatever offshore, go to everywhere and find if you can. In UFC, we have the biggest discrepancies of all sports, of all major, of all combat sports for sure, but of all major sports, the biggest discrepancy in lines is UFC. Shop these fucking lines, but this is a plus money play, so I like it already. 1-1-1. Mark, I tell the people to book it. How big of a bet? How much risk should they be risking here, Mark?
I'm going 2 units on my bet.
2 units. And mark adheres to the same thing we do. That's 2% of your bankroll, folks. Whatever your bankroll is. And I'm okay if you want to put a set amount for just UFC bets, like you want to make a sub bankroll. Like let's say you have $2,000 bankroll and you say, well, I'm going to take 500 of that and put it aside just for UFC fighting. I'm cool with that. But then you got to take that bets off the 500. You can't be betting off the 2,000. Does that make sense? Everybody follow me? Take the 500 off if you want to use that for only UFC, but then you got to take 2% of 500, not 2% of your 2,000. That's where people get it twisted. All right, let's move on, Mark.
Okay. If we head back to
McKinney. Please tell me you're going to touch the McKinney fight.
So here's the Terrence McKinney. If he wasn't a head case and if he put more than 1 round in his gas tank, he would be champion or at least top 2 contender. He would be a stud, but he puts in 1 round in the gas tank, and that's what his fights are. I think if I remember correctly, he's never gone over 1.5 rounds. I believe he's only.
Pull this up, Ted. We'll see. Pull this up. Pull me up that fight, Ted.
I believe he's only gone into the second round twice, and both times they were losses.
I love him. And it was, so was it Slavi Claus? What do they call this guy? They got a nickname for him. I'm not that far off, right? What's this guy's nickname?
Yeah,
the white guy.
Yeah, he's
something like that. He's a fucking anal square mother. I cannot stand him. I don't like him.
Yeah.
Death to Russia. Look, give me the guy with the length. And he's black, so he's definitely got the length in other places too. But give me the guy with the length.
Yeah.
And he's a crazy wild man. Now, Mark, do you have an official play? Because I'm going to pull some crazy bullshit on my ass here for the peoples. But I want to hear what you have to say first.
I don't have an official play. If I was to play it, I would take McKinney first round, but he's not very trustworthy. And I think the other guy,
Hercules. You speak the language, baby.
He is alpha male's striking coach, but alpha male is nothing but wrestlers. So his wrestling and wrestling takedown has been very good. His striking's good. I think Terrence might come out and actually try to wrestle and take him down and strike him out.
I need you to move us over to the significant strikes tab real quick. Go ahead, keep talking, Mark.
But if you take Terrence, I think you have to bet him to win in the first round. If there's any bet I place on this is when I'm watching this fight, if somehow Terrence lets him out of the first round, I'll probably live bet against Terrence just because Terrence never won past the second round.
I got the fucking play. Hit me grappling, Teddy. Show me the grappling. Show me. I got one of my concoctions here, brother. You're gonna love this fucking thing. I got takedown defense. You got good takedown defense. Go back, win by. Hit me to win by. Win by. Sub. Okay, not going. This ain't going to fucking distance. Okay. All right, let's go to DraftKings. Now let's look at the odds. Mark, I think I have one of these where we're going to play both sides, but kind of what you're saying, fucking love it. As soon as I can see the DraftKings board here, we're going to dial this fucking. This is Your Highness special. This is where I shine, folks. This is where I make a name. I don't know where I made it at, but it's somewhere in the world I made a name doing shit like this. You're on okay, we're on the right fight. What I want you to go scroll up for me, Ted, higher up on the bet. Nope, the other way. I want you to go to winning math. No, round props. Sorry, round props. McKinney, scroll down. Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. No, fuck it. Go back up. That's not what I'm looking for. I want fight parlays maybe or fight props. One of these two. No. Go down. No, get off there. All right, next. Go to the other one. Sorry. We're doing. I mean, it probably should have been a little bit better. Okay. Yes. Okay. Here we go. McKinney to right there. So we'll bet that. Mark, you say there's no chance on the third round, but he could go to 2.
Yeah, I mean, it could go into the second round.
All right, just click on, for right now, Ted, just click on KO, TKO in round 1, TK, put that in our bet slip, those top 2. For just right now, I'm not saying this is where we're firing. Next one down 2, please. Second round. Thank you. All right, now let's go down. Down. Keep scrolling. All right, now this. Now what we could do then is, because I agree with you. I think if Slavy Claus here wins, we're past round 1. I don't think Slavy Claus wins in the first round, because what is he guarding against, Mark? He's just got to
the knockout.
Yeah, he's got to get through the first round. He's going to play it safe. He's probably going to run around like a little bitch. I would too. Anyways, so maybe picking him up in the second and the third. And I agree with the fight. I mean, the books agree. The minus 500 not to go the distance. We're not saying anything here outlandish. Scroll down some more for me, Teddy. Because I think 6, 12. Oh, okay. So then you could do under. Yeah, minus 130. See, they're telling you what to bet. This is what I love about it. If you can go over here and look at odds, they will tell you what they think is going to happen and what's going to find. All right, scroll down, Teddy. Scroll down. Right there. Oh, I like that. Betting rounds 1 and 2. Yeah, see? Look, keep going down, Ted. See, they're telling you right here. Look. Stop right there. They're telling you McKinney to win in rounds 1 or 2 is minus 135, which roughly translates to, they think that's going to be somewhere, and I'm doing this off my head, so don't fucking get mad at me, like 59% of the time probability of happening. I think that's what that works out to being. Go down a little bit further, Ted. All right. This is what I think we're doing. Scroll me all the way back up, but on this page. All right, this is what we're going to do. Mark, you can help me a little bit with the sizing out how you think, but I think McKinney by KO, TKO, DQ in round 1 plus 175 is definitely a fire. Pull up the bet slip there, Ted. So I'm going to have you just enter in numbers so people can see this visually. They can work off this. Go to singles. Perfect. And I'm just going to use $10 because everybody can figure anything they've ever done off their life off of 10. They can just work $10. It's real easy. So, right? So we'd put 10 there. Now, does McKinney submit him? Can he submit him? Will he submit him? Or is this TKO, KO his only option?
No, so sub is definitely in play.
Perfect. But I don't think he subs in round 1.
Right.
Or do we get fucked? Or, I mean, so here's my other thing. Do we go double chance round 1, double chance round 2?
I don't know if they offer double chance. If they do, I would.
All right. Minimize that bet slip for me, Ted. Let's see what else. Submission by. Oh, fuck yeah. All right. Pull me back up to the UFC page. I'm going to make him earn his fucking paycheck this week. Ask him how much he's getting paid. think the check already bounced. All right, so he's got the UFC page coming up. Go to you already had it there. Perfect. All right. Homie, don't ever. Okay, grappling. Go back to grappling. So he's got. I think. Okay, I feel good. McKinney's not winning by submission, not versus this guy. Let's go back to DraftKings. Do you like the vibe I'm going with here on this? The kind of where I'm trying to work this, Mark? Like you see where I'm trying to go with this, right?
Yeah, I mean, the only problem is in Slav's last fight, he was dropped by Chase, and then Chase submitted him. So that's why the submission is definitely
Oh
in
no,
play.
I've been burned by that before, where the guy knocks him out, but he didn't finish him completely, and then he jumps on and just chokes him and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm willing. The odds are going to make this worth. Is worth. All right, so let's keep it at the KO. Now let's scroll down. Now Slav, fuck, I didn't look. God damn it. Was
Slav only wins by knockout.
perfect. That's what I needed to know. Okay, so Slav by KO, TKO in the second and third round. Then punch those in the slip. All right, and this is how we're doing this. Now pull up the slip, all four. We're going to make the numbers make sense. I'm just going to use $10 because then I can easily do math. So if I were to bet $10 on McKinney, then I would bet on him to win second round at $1 income ratios. No, $2. Sorry, $2. All right, and then go down. And then I'm betting $1.50 on the third round for Slav. And then I'm betting, give me, what do I have? I forgot. I had 10. What did I do? 10. What were my numbers? Ted, you can talk to me. All right, there we go.
10 and 2.
10-2, 150, and let's do... Make it look like I don't have it from me. I don't know. Make it look like so the total comes to $20. So whatever that it's gonna be something 50, right?
Be 650.
650. Okay, thank you. Can't see the numbers. So 650. So that would be a total of $20 wrist. Correct.
Yep.
And what we're doing here, can you make that bet slip larger so it can all be in the same screen at one time, Ted, or no? No? Okay, because it's kind of I don't like it. All right, so and I can tinker with this a little bit. So the heaviest favorite is McKinney to win the first round by knockout. We're going to put the largest bet of $10 there, and again, you can make that whatever you want, $100, but just do it in this type of ratio. Actually, let's do this. Make it 11. Put 11. Make it look like 11 there. That's right. Because so if that wins, you're getting a payout of $30. Again, this is all based on we're going to risk 20, so we're guaranteeing this bet back. Next, keep at 2. Scroll down. Make that 550. That last bet down there, 550. There you go. So what we're doing on the low end, if this thing goes to the third round, we're going to profit $5.50 for every $20 risk. Go up. And the second round would be the second. We would so that's the worst outcomes possible is if McKinney knocks him out in the second round or if Slav knocks him out in the third round, right? Those are our worst payouts.
Yeah.
We would profit $4 for every 20 risk or $5.50 for every 20 risk. Otherwise, scroll me to the top there again on the slip. We're going to profit $10 for every 20 and go down to the bottom one. Or 24 for every 20. Here's the thing, and Mark, you tell me if you're wrong. I think the most likely outcome is McKinney to win in the first by knockout or Slav to win in the second by knockout.
I agree.
And those are our two most profitable hits if we hit those, correct?
Correct.
And then we hedge against. And so what happens is the fight doesn't go first of all, if the fight goes the distance, you weren't winning money. It's a minus 500 play, right? Everybody, their brother, their cousin, and everybody else is telling you this fight's not going the distance. It's a bad beat if it does. Get over it.
Right.
So, and let me put this in perspective. So if you're going to put 20 up, you better have like $250 for every 250. How about this? For every $250 of bankroll you're willing to put on the UFC, 20 of that. So if you got 500, put a $40 spot on the numbers we just did. If you got 1,000, do an $80 spot across what we just did. You would be cool with that, Mark? Does that feel?
Yeah, no, that's a good bet.
Fair, but still, you know. And this was all raw off the cut. This is, if you want to see behind the scenes, this show is going to be really long. That's how I do things. This is how my brain works. What we just did there, this is how I go through everything. So baseball, hockey, everything, this is how it works. If you like this, sign up for the community. If you don't like this, you're going to hate me. All right. We spent way too much fucking time there. Can we just jump to the main card, or is there a couple prelims you really want to give attention to?
The only thing I would say is Gregory Rodriguez versus Jack Hermanson. I think Gregory Rodriguez should easily win this. It's the prelim of the night, I guess is what you call it.
The main prelim or whatever.
Yeah. The reason these odds are as close as they are is because Gregory just lost a 5-round fight and Jack Hermanson just won a 5-round fight. If this was a 5-round fight, definitely Jack would be in the play to win, but this is a 3-round fight. Gregory should dominate this fight. And so the reason I'm bringing that up is if everybody out there who likes their little parlays, Gregory Rodriguez is a safe person to put in your parlay.
Okay.
And I think he's like minus 180 or something like that.
Real quick, those odds aren't never good there, Ted. Don't switch over to DraftKings. Keep me on this page. Go to win by, significant strikes, and grappling. And you think this fight is going to be mostly standing, Mark, or you think they're going to spend a lot of time rolling it around on the ground?
No, it's going to be a striking fight, and I wouldn't be shocked if Gregory stops him.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. The fact that both of these guys take down defenses is the numbers are telling me it's premier. I don't know how good they actually are, but statistically they're the top of their weight class in takedown defense just on the numbers here I'm looking at, and both neither have very good accuracy. So yeah, this is going to be maybe a phone booth, what I call a phone booth type fight, right? Where they just stand there kind of in the phone booth and swing on each other. Is that word? I like those fights. Those are exciting. I'm not going to bet this one, but I will be watching. Let's get into the main. We're going to go over every fight in the main. And this is the fun shtick that we like to do too, is because I can't pronounce nobody's name. So I'm going to attempt to pronounce every fighter's name. And then Mark, we got Kai Kara France. Oh, very nice. Okay, so the first fight here is Peyton Talbot. Actually, I think I got that right. And Felipe Lima. I fucking aced the test. I aced it. You know, you eat one fucking Spanish pussy and you can start rolling your R's, you know? Anyways, all right. Mark, break it down for me.
All right, so Peyton Talbot was being pushed as the premier bantamweight. He was the top prospect. He came out in his last fight and he just got dominated in the wrestling. I think I want to say he was taken down maybe 8 times. But great striker, one of the best strikers, clean strikes, powerful, dangerous, and Felipe is probably just as good as a prospect. Felipe has great wrestling, good takedowns, good control, not so much dangerous, but high volume. And the problem with my problem with Felipe is that he likes to do a bunch of that spinning shit, which could get him caught against Talbot. He likes, but I mean, he'll do like spinning kicks, spinning back fists, and then shoot a double leg and do a takedown type stuff. So everybody's on Felipe. Everybody loves Felipe. Felipe should be able to go in, wrestle Peyton, take him down, control him, do the same thing that just happened, and he should be able to win out a decision. It should be Felipe by decision here. Peyton is definitely live for a stoppage though. If I think I looked at it, the decision no bet on him I think was like minus 120. But the pick here would be Felipe to win a decision with multiple takedowns, multiple control. He is dangerous with his submissions, but I think Payton should be able to get back up to the ground and or get back standing and stuff like that. But I like Felipe here to win by decision.
Ted, throw me up the win by. Oh, you zoomed in real close there. Teddy ball games working. He's guys. This is his second show. Cut him a break, okay? It's not like he went to school for this shit. I don't think he did. Did he? Teddy, you didn't go for school for this shit, did you? He's shaking his head. No, he didn't go to school for this shit. Anyways, who goes to school for this shit? Yeah, he's low now. We're gonna filibuster. So this is what me and Mark are gonna talk about. He's gonna pull up the bet slip. The next fight, Benel Denarsh. Mark, you listen to me here?
They're Yush.
No. I hate that guy. I don't like that guy. I don't know what your take on this whole fight is, but I will not be betting on that guy. I don't like him. I think he's a douche canoe. So Renato Macano. We're already preview. I'm telling you, he might be the favorite. I don't give a shit. I like him already. I'll hear what you got to say. All right, Ted, you got that ready to go for us?
Okay, so Vanel is he's one of the top fighters in the division. His last two losses were against the top two guys in the division.
Hold on one second.
I know you don't.
Teddy, take me to the previous fight we were talking about before we jump on this one. Yep, on this one. Pull me up. Sorry, Mark. I was getting ahead of us, but I want to finish up on this fight. Go to the win by, please. And refresh the people. You want Lima on this one?
I think Lima wins a decision.
By decision. Okay.
Yeah.
Pull up DraftKings for me, Teddy. Let's do this, Ted, on each one. When he gives out a play, let's pull it up on DraftKings and show the people. Because, again, sometimes these bets are harder for the newbies to find. I get a lot of questions. So let's show them visually. Let's try to make this as user-friendly as possible. We're here for the peoples. Ultimately, I'm here to help you guys make money. That's the God's honest truth. Look, I don't make money if you don't make money. And you don't make money if I don't make money. It's a we win, you win type idea here. All right. Okay. There it is right there. You can hit clear all on the bet slip there too. Thank you. And you said by decision.
Yeah.
Lima right there. By decision plus 110. See that on the screen, folks? Draw. It could be not a draw. A draw would be a tie. Lima win by decision plus 110. And what is your bet size recommendation for this one?
I would just do a unit.
1 unit. So nothing crazy. He liked 2 units on the that little parlay we did earlier, right? The that initial, the double knockout parlay. We'll call it that double stuff Oreo, baby. 2 units there, 1 unit here. Ted, if you can actually take notes on this later on, show notes, so we can plug this in on the screen maybe later for the folks. All right, we'll move on now to the next fight. Ted, when you get that, pull us up the next fight. No rush. Mark, start talking for us, though.
Okay, so the next fight we got Benel Dariush versus what's his name? Renato.
Machado. He's Brazilian, so it's like Portuguese. I'm not good with the Portuguese language.
It's Moicano. So Moicano's on a tear right now. I think he's won like 6 or 7 in a row. Dariush has lost his last 2. So normally when I first saw this fight, I was all over Dariush, especially as an underdog. I think he goes in there. I think he wrestles. I think he's more dangerous. Moicano's only chance of winning is taking it to a decision. Dariush can win a decision. He can win by knockout. He can win by sub. I think he stops Moicano. I think he gets a finish. My problem with this, and Chad's gonna know what I'm gonna say right here. He's an underdog. He's still a betting underdog, but everybody's on him. Every expert, every person you talk to, every betting community, every betting site, they're all on Dariush. And
Not
normally
me.
that's when
Not me. Not
normally that's
me.
when normally that's when the sports book just cleans up is when everybody's on that one person and it just doesn't work out.
Guess who
So
we gonna be on? Guess who we gonna be on? Guess who we gonna be on? We gonna be on the Brazilian. Because guess what? We ain't stupid folk. Let's talk fucking real money for a second. Let's cut the bullshit for 2 seconds and let's talk real deal Holyfield. Can you pull this up on the screen for me, Ted, too, by the way? And I don't care if it's the UFC or the DraftKings, either one. Let's just talk money. Let's say you're the book. You at home right now, you own the sports book. You're making the financial decisions. If a lot of weight, a lot of heat, a lot of steam, whatever fucking analogy Mark Tiggs, shout out to Mark Tiggs, wants to use. If a lot of it's coming out on an underdog and you're not adjusting that underdog to be closer to an even money play, what are you doing? You're baiting people. You're baiting people. You want people to take this fucking schmuck. I don't like the guy. That's my own personal opinion. So I think this is a little bait by the books here. Go me up to the top, just the straight money line bets there, top of the screen. Oh, okay. So the line has come down. So the line has come back down to more even money. This thing opened up. I think he was Renato was minus 160 or something, right? Thereabouts,
yeah,
Mark? Yeah, okay.
right.
So the movement, the money has moved the line. They have adapted and realigned. I still say I don't care. Fuck the public. Fuck the people. And by the way, we're here to shit on people. I'll drop some names. Minty Bets. You see this bitch, Minty Bets? Fucking, I need a mint
Yeah.
after fucking watching those plays. That shit stank. That coochie pie stank too. Damn. No, we're not taking personal shots on people. I don't know her. I don't know. Her pussy's probably perfect. But her plays are terrible. How does she get a show like that? Jesus Christ. All right, next show. We're running out of time. Ten's got to go to a real job where they pay him money. We got Brandon Royval or Royal Rumble with Joshua. I wear Vans.
Okay, so this is probably gonna be fight of the night.
Okay.
Joshua
Can we get some sound effect in there, Ted? A little ding, 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 ding sound. Fight of the night, folks. He might have that ability. All right, pulling up on the screen now. Mark, get into it here for us.
Okay, so Joshua Van just fought a month ago, so he's kind of taking this on short notice, but he really didn't take much damage. He pretty much dominated his last fight, and so and Brandon Royval is a tough son of a bitch. He just beat Brandon Moreno. He just out wrestled Tara, and so Joshua Van is a high volume, put the gloves on you striker. He doesn't have big
significant
power.
strikes, Ted. Sorry, I just want to make sure he's moving the page here. All right, go ahead, continue. High volume.
Significant strikes. Next one over.
Yep, there we go.
So he lands. I think he's beaten his significant strikes betting line by at least 40 the last couple of fights.
I mean, 8.2 per minute, stupid.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I've seen that. I'm not that I've studied everything, but I don't remember seeing number that big on a landed per minute. That's a lot.
He's definitely a high volume striker.
Sure.
Brandon Royval takes some strikes. I think Brandon Royval is going to go into this. He's going to pressure him. They're going to both be in the pocket, and there's going to be some takedowns. There's going to be some scrambles. If you look at Brandon Royval's grappling,
not going to the ground, you don't think?
No. So if you look at Brandon Royval's grappling, it won't show him.
Ted moves to grappling. Moves over to grappling here. Let's get on the grappling part here. All right, go ahead.
So his takedown average is less than one per fight, but in his last 3 fights, I think he's averaging 2.5 takedowns a fight. So he's put wrestling into his stand up. He's put wrestling into his fighting technique. He is a wrestling background, and so finally somebody's gotten in his ear and said, "You need to wrestle." So
Judo and wrestle, is that what you said? Judo and wrestle?
no,
No,
yeah.
my bad jokes all day make my dad proud. Okay, so here's what I'm looking at. Everything he's saying, statistically, numbers fucking lines up. But that's Mark. That's why we have him around, because he's fucking sharp as shit. Yeah, if I'm Joshua Van, I'm shooting on this kid. Based upon landing, and really, and you think Brandon's going to win this fight? Is that what I was kind of getting at?
I think this is going to be a close fight. I think Van's going to definitely win on volume. Royval's definitely going to win with the damage, and I think Royval's going to get the takedowns in the fight. I think he's going to try to use the wrestling. I think Van's going to want to stay in the pocket and outstrike Royval. And so I have some bets on this fight because I really like this fight a lot.
All right, I'm going to disagree with you. I'm going to disagree. It makes for a better show, frankly. We can't agree on everything. Now, what gives me pause, and where you're probably right, and that's fine, is the short notice, right? For Van, you said Van's on short notice, if I heard you correctly.
Yeah. He fought about a month ago.
That's pretty short. Was he touched up pretty much, or was it a pretty easy fight?
No, he dominated that fight.
Okay. This is how I see the fight playing out, and I might be way off base here, but based upon the amount of volume that you're telling me, and I'm seeing here with the numbers, jump back over to significant strikes, Ted. Is what you're gonna do if you're constantly have to fucking protect against the jab, right? 1 2 1 2 1 2, pop pop pop, low, left, bam bam bam, right? And then I go over to grappling. Flip me over to grappling, Ted. Right, and we'll just give. And you're saying that that's on the come up. Let's just call him one average takedown average. I look at the defense, takedown defense of Brandon Royval. I'm thinking as a coach. I've never been a real fighter. Maybe Mortal Kombat on the video games as a kid. But, as a coach, I'm thinking if I'm prepping my fighter for this fight, I'm Joshua Van's corner. I'm thinking, okay, jab, 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 soften him up, shoot. Soften him up, shoot. Soften him up, shoot. Right? Why would you not? Touch, bang. Touch, bang. Why, if I'm Van, am I not doing that? I'm a volume guy. I'm used to getting out the volume. This guy's takedown defense sucks dick harder than the fucking porn star I saw last night. I mean, the guy is gonna shoot. How many takedowns do you think Josh Van's lands if this goes 3 rounds?
Josh Van?
Yeah.
So Josh Van, that takedown is kind of deceiving.
Okay.
Because it was earlier in his career. I think I'm looking right now. He fought Edgar. I forget his last name, but Edgar is a killer on his feet. So Josh Van went into that fight looking for the takedowns, and then against Kevin Borjas, he did the same thing, looking for the takedowns. But his last, I just pulled it up right now.
Ted, pull me up DraftKings because I'm gonna get into some bets here. There might be something, and I think
his last.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. His last 3 fights, he hasn't even attempted a takedown.
Perfect.
Van's last takedowns.
Watch this. You give out your official play. I'm gonna sit back. You give out your official play.
Okay.
Let Ted pull it up here for you, and then there's a little prop. There's a little prop bet I'm gonna sneak in here. Go ahead. You first.
All right, so if you go ahead and scroll up to the top over there for me, buddy. So I think a little bit higher. I think Brandon Royval is going to be the one to initiate the wrestling. I think he's going to be the one to initiate the scrambling. And the great thing about UFC when it comes to scoring takedowns is basically just a knee or your butt hits the ground, and even if you pop right back up, that's considered a takedown. So if you go over to fighter props on the far right.
You don't care about control then? Getting down.
I don't care about control.
Okay. All right.
So you go down. First of all, we're right here. I like Joshua Fan's total significant strikes at minus 115
Over on Van strikes.
over. And then on Brandon Royval, over 0.5 takedowns at plus money. So those are the two that I like. I don't think Joshua Van is going to initiate wrestling. A takedown is definitely live because in a scramble, if he gets somewhat control in a scramble, it would count, but I wouldn't count on him to initiate the wrestling.
Would you same game parlay these together or bet these individually?
I would probably.
And ignore Ted's
I like
screen
them
because
both.
you
I
got
like
more
them
to say
both to
about
hit.
that. So. Sorry, I talked over you. Say it again.
I like them both to hit. I think I looked, and I don't know if they gave you an option in same game parlay.
You can.
For me,
I'll show you how to do it. You got to switch over to same game parlay odds over here, and it'll work. But you can't do this. My guess is looking at this, you'll come in right around probably like 220 or something, maybe like 210. All right, and I don't mind the Josh Van overplay. I actually do this. Ted, clear your bet slip.
and then I got one more play on this fight that I'm on.
Yep.
I'm gonna do half a unit on just because I like it.
Yep, clear the slip, and then let him give you this other play here.
So if you go to, I believe it's fight props. Uh, I am going to bet half a unit on split or majority decision because I think you're going to have a high volume guy with a lot of output. I think Royval is going to get a takedown in at least a round. And then I think it's going to be one of those silly things where one judge judges it on damage, another judge judges it on volume, another judge judges it on control. And I think we're going to get a split decision on this fight.
Okay. This is going to be hilarious then. Can we go to and how much a half a unit you said there?
Yeah, I'm doing half a unit on the split decision.
Can we go to winning method? This was my little, and I wouldn't do a lot of money here because I agree, and I've got this thing where I just fucking hate these fucking officials. 5,000 plus 5,000 a draw.
Because if you look at the odds for decision, those are very close for a fight.
No. What I'm saying that's my bet, Ted. 5 plus 5,000 draw. I'm not.
That's
joking.
good too.
I'm not joking. I mean, this is a long shot bet. What I'm saying is everything you've told me. I disagree with you. I think Josh Van. If you force me to bet a side, I'm taking Van.
Oh, I think Van wins. No, I think Van wins. I just think it's going to be. I think Royval wins at least one round, and then that brings in a split decision into play for sure.
Do we know? And I know we're Thursday, so we might not. Do we know who's who's the judges for this event? Because if Sal Domano is on the card, I feel really good about a draw. Really,
yeah.
This is in where are they playing this or fighting this out at? Do you know Vegas?
I think it's in the Vegas in the Apex, or not in the Apex in the
Pull up right here. I got it right here.
Because I know it's fight weekend.
T-Mobile Arena. That's where the hockey stuff,
Yeah.
whatever, the Golden Knights play. All right. So again, I would not go crazy if I had, I don't know. Let's say people had $500 for this event to play with, and they're trying to play it out. I would throw maybe $10 of 500 that you got to play with. I would throw maybe $10 of that on this, right? Because if you hit this one bet, you're free rolling the rest of your night. Literally, you could have a shitty night and hit this one bet. This is the kind of stuff I do. We could punt $10. We got $500 to play with. We can punt $10. If I end my night if I start with 500 and I end my night with 490, and my only loss is because I took a $10 shot flyer on this, I don't give a fuck. Because guess what? I could have a shit night and hit this thing, and I'm free rolling the whole thing. And everything you just heard Mark say leads me to believe that we're going to decision. And if it goes to decision, you've always got a chance for a draw. You've always got a chance for a draw if it goes to decision. So, all right, let's move on to Well, we got two more fights here. We have the Alexandre Pantoja and Kai Kara France. And I know I butchered the fuck out of these Brazilian names because they're not Spanish and they're not Italian. They're Portuguese. Pantoja. You're going to say it, and I know I've heard the name said a million times. I'm just not pronouncing it right. Say his name.
Pantoja.
Thank you. And then Kai Kara France. That I know is correct.
Correct.
And who do you like?
So to me, Kai Kara France is a good fighter. I think he's only getting this shot because Pantoja has cleaned out the division. There's nobody left for him to fight. Pantoja is definitely a weight bully. So I'm kind of waiting to see how he looks on the scale. I believe they're doing weigh-ins. I mean, they have the weigh-in period is right now. I don't know if he stepped on the scale yet or not. But Kara France is strong. He is quick. He has knockout power. I just don't see how he wins this fight. I think Pantoja takes Kara down. I think Kara France is. I mean, he's live because anybody who has knockout power is always live. But I think this is going to be Pantoja controlling the distance, controlling the striking, getting him down to the ground, grinding on him, and about third or fourth round, he gets him out of there, either TKO or sub.
Yeah, I mean, this is Kai Kara France should grow out his hair because Pantoja is going to be fucking mopping the octagon with it. I mean, this should be like minus 500. No, I get it because if a guy's got the knockout power, you can't sell the farm to bet on him. But pull me up the odds there, Frank. Or I almost called you Franklin. God damn it, I got my wrong community members mixed up. Teddy, baby. All right. By the way,
So
shout out to Franklin real quick. If you're listening, Franklin from Chicago, how about those Cubbies last night making us some money? All right, go ahead, Mark.
So when I talked earlier about Rodriguez being a guy good for your safety, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna do a parlay. I'm gonna do a parlay, and it's gonna be Pantoja with Rodriguez, and I think it was
Straight money lines.
straight money line. I think it was plus 136.
Well, let's have Ted pull it up right here. Pop in the money line right there yep, and then let's back up out, and then you're gonna scroll.
Oh, it was like plus 106.
Basically, the right here in the top. Which one was it? It was one of these first fights.
Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Down a little bit. Down.
Okay.
Down. Right there, Gregory.
Yep. And just the money line. So plus
107.
And again, folks, shop these lines. I bet you, without even knowing this, I'm going to speak out of pocket for a second. I bet you can find better than 107 on another book. Whatever. We'll see. All right, clear that. Go back to the Kai Kara France fight. Anything else? You weren't going to get too froggy there on that one? Just kind of piece it together with Rodriguez?
Yeah, because I mean, for Pantoja, all three methods are in play. Kara France is tough, so he could make it go to a decision.
This is 5 rounds, though, right? This is a 5-rounder.
It is 5 rounds. It is 5 rounds.
To keep in mind. Let's go down. Scroll down the screen here for me, Ted. And keep going. Keep going. I might have to put him on a different page, actually. Scroll all the way back to the top. I'm sorry. All the way back to the top. And let's go, I think winning method is where I want you to go, actually. Scroll down. We're looking for double chance. There we go. Double chance. Okay. I don't think... fuck. Pull me back up the UFC screen real quick. Sorry. I'm making this guy work. Go to win by. Significant strikes. All right, back to FanDuel. I don't think he submits him. You think he submits Kai Kara?
I think I mean, he has enough skill to fight the submissions.
So this is the play I'm looking at then, and it's even money. Win by KO, TKO, DK, or decision.
Yeah.
At even money.
Definitely in play. Absolutely in play.
I like that a lot. It's even money, and I would actually say because you're only. I don't think he loses this. I don't think him losing this fight is an option. And we could eat
No.
crow. We could eat crow here by the end of the night. But we're fading a sub, and I don't think Kai Kara-France gets subbed. I would put 3 or 4 units. That's how good I feel about him winning this fight. Get nervous if they get on the ground and play in the mud like pigs, but I don't think Kai Kara-France gets submitted. Would you endorse my play there, Mark?
Yeah, no, I like that. I think Kai Kara-France has enough skill to stay alive from the submission.
And naturally, he's going to want to be on his feet, right? So even if they get to
Oh
the
yeah.
ground, he's going to want to get off the ground as soon as possible.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, he does not want to be on the ground with Pantoja.
Yeah. All right. I like that one too. Let's go to the last fight then, and then I think we're going to call this a show. This is actually not too bad. We're about an hour 15, hour 20 in, so we'll keep it under 2 hours for sure. Hour and a half, under hour and a half for sure. All right. Ilia Topuria and Charles Oliveira. How close was I on the first guy's name?
Ilia Topuria. Yeah, he's
It wasn't too
Georgian.
shabby. He's from Georgia, and we're not talking Atlanta, baby. We're talking the country. All right, break it down for me.
All right, so here you got Ilia, who's just dominated his last division, so now he's moving up. He dominated and he stopped Max Holloway. Did I freeze?
I think Mark just froze on us, eh? Ted, talk to my ear if you can hear me. Did he freeze on you too? All right, I think we lost Mark there. That's all right. I'm sure he'll pop back in. He might have lost an internet connection. Let me get into this then. So both of these fighters, there he is. He's coming right back in. I figure he lost internet connection. So let's point out this while he gets loaded back in here. Charles Oliveira has got a 5-inch reach on the hands. He's got a 4-inch reach on the legs. Okay. And
You guys got me back. I'm sorry about that.
Here as we're getting going. So I like, before Mark even lays in, I think Charles Oliveira is the way I'm leaning. Go ahead and bop us over to the win by. Okay, and then significant strikes. And Ted, if you got to work on him, getting him back in, I see him coming back in through the thing, but I don't see any audio visual. So
Can you hear me?
Wait there to see what happens with Mark. But he is trying to get back onto the recording here. Thank you, Ted. Appreciate it. Okay, let's go over to grappling. Takedown defense. That's something we're going to address when he gets up and going here. Takedown defense. Takedown average. Takedown. I think go back to significant strikes. I think Oliveira's going to want to box this out with this kid. Go back to win by. Yeah. Well, I'm going to wait to see what Mark has to say, but I think I'm leaning Oliveira. I see his screen. I just don't see any audio picture going on with him right there. So, Mark, if you can hear us whenever you're ready, jump back on. Flip me over to DraftKings, though, Ted.
I can hear you guys. I don't know if you can hear me.
All right. No shit. So, yeah, obviously I don't know what's going on because I know Oliveira's old. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he's past the prime. I kind of, looking at the numbers, I kind of liked him. Plus 350? Scroll down for me, Ted.
Can you guys hear me?
Double chance. Go down. Distance. Oh, no, double chance is the other way. Sorry, I got to go back to winning method. My apologies. To the top. Winning method. All right. So double chance. I think submission or knockout plus 475. I don't know. I'm missing something. For Charles Oliveira to be this big of a dog, I'm clearly missing the boat. Let me I'll do this. Let me try to multitask and text Mark. Yeah. All right. Yeah, here he comes. All right. So this will be interesting. I've kind of already given my take real quick on this. There, see, I got him back. So we got two Mark. Anyways, okay, Mark, you got it. You can hear us and everything.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, we're good. You froze on us there, and then disappeared. So I'm assuming you had a little bit of internet issues. So this is what I did because you didn't. I went through the whole fight and gave my perspective, which I have a feeling is going to be way wrong. You're sitting at an angle now, sir. I don't know if your camera got turned sideways. Is anybody else seeing this? Mark's turned sideways.
I don't know what happened here.
There you go. All right, that big beautiful face. All right. So basically, the floor is yours. Tell us about this fight. The people already know what I had to say. I'm probably way wrong. Let's hear what you got to say, and pull up the UFC screen there for me, Ted.
All right, man. I'm sorry about that. I don't know what the hell happened.
Not your fault. We're
Uh,
bleeding cocks.
so I mean, Ilia just destroyed the division he was just in. Everybody knows Oliveira. Um, and watching this fight, I am a huge Charles Oliveira fan. Ilia just stopped Max Holloway, which everybody thought was unstoppable. Ilia has great boxing, great takedowns, great wrestling. Charles Oliveira is the most dangerous fighter in the history of UFC. I believe he has the most stoppages in the UFC. He's dangerous everywhere. He's it always was that he never had the gas tank though, and he's just dominated his last two fights. I actually think Charles needs to stay on the outside with lots of kicks, chew up Ilia's legs. I'm interested to see what they look like in the face off because Oliveira is going to be a lot bigger than Ilia. But I mean, Ilia has one punch knockout power. The way he just knocked out Max Holloway shows how powerful he is. I mean, anytime you knock out a Hawaiian, it shows how powerful you are. Um, Everybody's on Ilia. Ilia should win. Ilia should dominate. But I just can never bet against Charles Oliveira. Charles Oliveira can is dangerous all the time. But the thing about Oliveira is he's always had that quit button in him where if he gets in a little bit of trouble or if he gets hurt or if he gets staggered, he does go out. So I think this fight probably doesn't see the third round is the way I would go. Whether whoever you think wins, whoever you think, however you think it goes, I would bet under 3.5 rounds. I don't think it sees the third round.
Pull up the DraftKings, Ted. Now, you don't know, Mark, what I told the people. So what he's saying and what I'm saying is
No,
actually
I have no clue. I couldn't hear you.
not even that far off, right? Ted, right? What I said and what he said wasn't that far off, really. Give me the thumbs up or something there. Yeah, he says thumbs up. The bet, I'll wait for you to place the bet, but Ted, because we're almost right there. Let me just show you what I told the people to take. Right there. Click it, Ted. Do you remember? He don't remember. He's not paying attention. Okay, it's Charles
I think
Oliveira. Charles Oliveira to win by KO, TKO, DQ, or submission. Double chance. Plus 475. That was the play I said while you were dealing with your internet issues. That's what I liked. I don't think you're that far off from what I was saying. Did we lose Mark again? Did we lose him again? Mark, you with us?
I can barely hear you guys. It's like
Okay.
coming in and out. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think you might be having an internet issue. Not that big of a deal. You want the fight to go under 3.5 rounds, if I heard you correctly earlier.
I don't think third round starts. I'm pretty sure there's there's
Ted,
bets where you can choose.
Ted, pull us up the round props. To Usually there's, oh, there we go. That's what I was looking for. So you said the third round will not start or the fourth round will not start?
I would say the third round doesn't start.
Okay, so minus 135. And by the way, both of us can be right? This fight can end in the first 2 rounds, and Charles Oliveira could win by TK. See, I think he got knocked out again. He's having some internet issues. Let's see if we can get a new call up in here. But anyways, this is going to be about the end of the episode. I'll see if he'll get logged back in here. This is going to be interesting with all the different coming back in and out here. Mark, we keep losing you in and out. I don't know if you can hear us now.
I can hear you. I don't know if you can hear me, man.
Oh, we got a ton of way back feedback. We got you on 2 different lines here. Okay. We're going to call an end of the show. A little bit of technical issues, but the 2 bets you see on the screen, Charles Oliveira to win by KO, TKO, or submission. That's my bet. That's a little on the crazy side. Don't go too crazy. The fight not to start in the 3rd round. That's Marc G. That's UFC with Marc G. That is the official play for the final. How many units, Mark, if you can hear me? Deuce, 2 of them. 2 units is the official bet for him not to start the 3rd round for the final fight. I like to sprinkle. Again, if you got a $500 budget, I would throw another $10 to $20 on the Charles Oliveira. Double chance. I like it. Let's get froggy. Let's get fresh. Guys, that's the episode. If you like this, make sure to comment. We'll have Mark back on again next week. Until then, jump on the right foot, do the wrong thing. Anyways, fuck him in the ass, I think is what he's trying to say. Peace!
Your wife is out here auto-subscribing to gluten-free dog biscuits, buys how many Starbucks a week? And what the hell is with this organic birdseed that the Amazon driver keeps dropping off? But you're too much of a bitch to sign up for something that actually makes you money? Sign up now at wewinyouvin.com. Promo code LET'S GO.